Chips, and I'm going to talk about cartoons today. These are KETTLE jalapeno chips. They got a bit of heat to them. I got myself my go-to orange bubbly. Now, I'm going to have a lot of nice crunchy noises here. Hopefully not too loud. Like I said, I want to talk about cartoons. The cartoons I watched as a kid and still watch today. Now, these are not my favorite cartoons. Okay, nothing like that. These are, gotta get more comfortable here. These are cartoons I watched growing up. And because we only had one channel, I watched anything that was on TV. You know, we moved to Saskatoon in 1962. We had one channel. We never got our second channel till 1971. So for the first 9 years on a black and white TV, you just watched whatever came on. Now, I was born in 57. I can remember back as far as, you know, when I was about 4 or 5, well, 5 easily, and even 4. I remember watching Popeye, and, you know, a lot of the older cartoons like Betty Boop and stuff like that. But, you know, watched a lot of Popeye and Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, and that kind of stuff. But back then, we had very poor reception on the TV. It was an older TV. Very poor reception. I remember that. My dad always fighting with the antenna and all that. And we were so close to the United States border that most of what we saw came from the United States. So my parents ordered this brand new TV. It was actually a stereo console. And that was before we moved to Saskatoon. Like I said, we moved to Saskatoon in 62. And I think we got this in 61. And it was a big wide stereo console with a TV in the middle, record player on one side, and the controls and the radio and all that on the other side. Now, I have a picture of that, and that picture was taken in Saskatoon in our living room in the very early 60s. And that's the exact same TV that I watched for years and years and years. But I remember watching a lot of, like I said, Popeye, a lot of older stuff, you know, Porky Pig. I love Porky Pig. I loved all those Bugs Bunny characters, you know. These chips are good. They have almost a sweet taste to them. Bugs Bunny has so many good characters. I mean, you always saw like Elmer Fudd. I loved Elmer Fudd. And like I said, Porky Pig, you know. I loved Foghorn Leghorn, you know, that rooster that's always beating up on the dog and vice versa. And, you know, Sylvester and Tweety Bird. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You know, like even, I remember watching like Tom and Jerry and all that. So many cartoons. A lot of the cartoons are based on real TV shows or real characters, you know like the Honeymooners and stuff like that. I also liked Woody Woodpecker. Walter Lantz, the guy who, I guess, created Woody Woodpecker. As the legend goes, his wife was the voice of Woody Woodpecker. And Yogi Bear and Boo Boo, I used to love watching. Yogi and Boo Boo, they lived in Jellystone Park. It was just so funny. And of course, the ranger was always, on the lookout for him, always trying to catch them doing something, As I grew older, I kind of thought Jellystone Park must have been, Yellowstone Park or something, right? But anyway. I also liked Huckleberry Hound, Augie Doggy, and Augie Daddy. Remember Augie Doggy, Augie Daddy? My son, my son. I understand if a lot of these cartoons are before your time, I get it. I mean, they're old. Betty Boop is before my time. And there were some cartoons like Snagglepuss, He always kind of talk kind of funny. And, Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo was blind. He's always like that. I think the voice was the guy from Gilligan's Island who played Thurston Hall III. Jim Backus, I believe, was the voice. Now there were some cartoons that were almost kind of pathetic. They were just not a lot of imagination. There was one years ago called Ricochet Rabbit and Hop Along. His sidekick, Ricochet Rabbit, was just this rabbit that go boing, 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 all over the place, just ricocheting all over. Very boring, very forgettable, but once again, when you have one TV or one channel on a black and white TV, you gotta go somewhere, right? One show that was quite interesting when it first came out was the Flintstones, because I think the Flintstones were one of the first cartoons that was, it not only appealed to kids, it appealed to adults as well. Our whole family used to watch the Flintstones. My mom got such a kick out of Barney Rubble's laugh, the way he laughed. She thought he was so adorable. And I remember when the Flintstones had a baby named Pebbles. When they had that baby, they even announced that the Flintstones were going to have a baby. And, millions of people tuned in to see that episode. It seems almost kind of ludicrous, but I guess the Flintstones are kind of like the Simpsons of that day, I mean, the Flintstones dealt with everyday issues like, working, going to work, and going out with the boys, and, this kind of thing, right? They seemed like real people, but obviously they were, animated, clearly, right? But they, like I said, they dealt with everyday issues. I used to have a car. I had an old 69 Nova, and then I got rid of that because it was really kind of falling apart, so I got the sister to that, which was a 69 Acadian. And it was really rusting through. I could almost put my foot through like Fred Flintstone, like so rusty I could almost stick my feet through the floorboards. Very good chips. But Yosemite Sam. I'm wearing Yosemite Sam t-shirt. Yosemite Sam is one of my favorite characters. He was always so brash, so loud, so obnoxious, He's got those six guns just blazing, and pushy, and he's short, like he's really short, but really pushy and kind of funny, I love that character. It was brilliant. And I think we all know or have met in our past somebody that's kind of like that, I know I have. I mean, not quite to that degree, but some of the characteristics. But Yosemite Sam is just so funny. Of course, he'd always get outsmarted by Bugs Bunny or whoever. And Elmer Fudd is kind of funny. Always out there hunting. I love Porky Pig. Mel Blanc, the voice for so many of these characters, was an absolute genius. That guy made a solid living doing voices for cartoons. Now my kids, of course, they come from a different era, so they grew up watching SpongeBob and Ren and Stimpy, Ren and Stimpy is so funny, trying to take over the world, And they used to watch cartoons. What was that? What was the name of that show? It was a cartoon. Stick Around. That's what it was. And of course, the Simpsons as a family. We would sit down and watch that. Like my parents and my family did, watching the Flintstones. We used to watch the Simpsons with our kids. And I remember my kids would be watching a show called Family Guy. I'm going back a number of years here, but I'd be sitting there in my chair doing a crossword puzzle, not really paying much attention. Every once in a while I would look up and I'd see Stewie, the guy with the head shaped like a football. And I would see little snippets of this show, and as time went on, like I would hear things that would kind of make me laugh, and I'd start to get to know the characters. Next thing you know, I was watching it. I love Family Guy. Our whole family used to watch Family Guy as well. I mean, compared to Family Guy, The Simpsons seemed kind of weak, kind of lame. Still good, but Family Guy was just so politically incorrect, and funny. I like Brian. Well, I mean, I like all the characters. Peter, and Stewie. Quagmire. Joe Swanson. I watched a little bit of South Park, but not much. That was almost a little over the top at times. And my kids used to watch American Dad. I watch that sometimes too. Roger always reminded me of Paul Lynde, the comedian. His voice sounded like Paul Lynde. But I never really got into American Dad that much. I checked out Bob's Burgers a couple of times because a guy I worked with said it was really good, but I just never really got into that either. Well, I mean, there's lots of cartoons. I'm sure there's probably plenty I haven't even mentioned. I remember, like I said, as a kid watching Popeye. His girlfriend, Olive Oil. But he's like Popeye, he'd eat his spinach, and his muscles would swell up and he'd go beat up on Brutus, or Pluto as he was once known. I got a bit of a frog in my throat today. But cartoons, I really enjoy good cartoons, I know at the nursing home that I worked at for many years, sometimes early in the morning, you see a lot of the elders, the residents sitting in the lounge, watching, cartoons. I like it when people do impersonations of, somebody like Elmer Fudd or Porky Pig in a more adult context, It's kind of funny. Like some comedians do stuff like that. Now, Mr. Magoo never really appealed to me, but I watched it all the time because, like I said, there was nothing else, right? But it's just about this guy who's completely nearsighted, can't see anything. He just goes about his day driving his car and whatever. Can't really say it appealed to me that much, but I watched it. I guess the Bugs Bunny characters probably appealed to me the most when I was growing up. On MeTV, there's you can watch Tune In With Me. I don't watch it. I watch Svengoolie on Saturday nights. But Tune In With Me, I know they have a lot of old cartoons on there. If you look at more newer modern cartoons, like Sonic the Hedgehog and different things like that, the pace is much quicker. You rarely see a scene on there that lasts more than a second or Disney has done a fabulous job on a lot of cartoons over the years or over the decades. You know, shows like The Lion King and all that, where, you know, almost like on like an epic scale kind of. Or Finding Nemo and Cars, different things. But really just talking about cartoons from my era. I remember Walt Disney did Robin Hood. It was hilarious. One of my lights just went out again. That's twice now that's happened. I thought it was the connection, but it can't be because I got two lights plugged in the same connection, and one of them, that one there, has been going out lately. Yeah, it's always the same one. So I don't know if it's getting too hot or something or what. This is my lunch today. No, Bugs Bunny, the actual character himself, was okay. But it was just all the other surrounding characters that were my favorites. And you know, Mickey Mouse as a cartoon never really appealed to me that much. Aside from Steamboat Willie, which was like the first Mickey Mouse cartoon or something. That's about the only one that I'm even familiar with. I can't even think of another Mickey Mouse cartoon. No, I don't watch Family Guy as much as I used to. Once in a while I'll be flipping around and I'll see it on TV and I'll tune in and watch it. So many of their episodes have been absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But then I've seen a few where it's just almost, you know, it's just boring, you know. I don't know if that's a writer's block or what it is. A lot of repetition when Peter's fighting with that chicken, you know. Or if he falls down and hurts his knee, he's going, oh, like this, you know. He'd be cradling his knee for about a minute and a half. I still like that doctor on there. He'd be examining Peter's out. Oh, I don't like the looks of this liver. Then shows him taking his liver out of the microwave. You know, it's not even talking about his patient at all. Oh, this is good. chips and Miss Vicky's. You know, when I was a kid, we had Old Dutch and Hostess. There may have been more, but those are only the two brands I actually remember. And the chips are very thin, you know. Whoever came up with these thicker chips really nailed it. And the flavors are much better nowadays too. My mouth is on fire. Now, I certainly don't watch cartoons as much as I used to. But they're kind of funny sometimes. You have to be sitting there and there's one on. So I'd be interested in hearing what kind of cartoons you watched when you were a kid. Doesn't have to be your favorite. Just some of the ones that you watched back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, millennium, whatever your age is. I'd be very curious. Also, for you younger people, I know you're thinking, well, define younger people, but okay, let's say to all my viewers under 30, what do you think of some of the cartoons I just talked about, like Bugs Bunny and some of those? I'd like to know what you think about some of those. Do you find them boring, or have you ever watched them? Like, do you know who Elmer Fudd is, or, you know, Porky Pig, or Woody Woodpecker? I'm just curious. I love hearing your thoughts. Wow. That was good. I'm thinking of doing a soft candy video, and then maybe a hard candy video. I'm still kind of kicking that around. There's this store in town here, and I think they sell mostly Japanese candy and stuff like that. So I kind of checked them out one day. But I just want to have a closer look, see what they have. Wow, I love bubbly. Oh, our hot weather was back. Oh, it was so hot yesterday, last couple days. Man, it was toasty. You know, even taking the dog for a walk. She's quite lively in the mornings when it's just a little bit cooler. By the evening, she walks like an old horse, you know. Her tongue's hanging out like a big piece of bubble gum. It's just, but she still has to go. And I always try and take her in the evening when the pavement's not so hot. And I take her off-road down these trails where she can be off-leash. And it's shady here and all that. And she gets to run. She's 10 years old now, but still very active. Her name's Marcy. Very good dog. Well, that was it. That was my bag of chips. Yeah, all that in a bag of chips. Yeah, all those cartoons. Yeah. I think I pretty much covered all the cartoons that I remember as a kid. I'll tell you, I know what you're thinking. Growing up, watching one channel on black and white TV must have been torture. I remember in 1971 we got our second channel. So we had two channels. You have no idea what it was like to have a choice. You know, it was so nice. And then 74 I moved out here to the island. And we had 7 channels at that time. You know, I mean, nowadays if somebody just has 7 channels, you think they're hard done by when it comes to TV, but going from 1 channel to 2 channels and to 7, like wow. That was just crazy. Anyways, my friends, that was my cartoon video. So once again, like I said, I love your comments. Let me know what you think. You know, what are some of the cartoons you like to watch as a kid? Okay, you take care. Okay, I love you all. You keep the comments coming, and like I said, look after yourself, look after each other, and stay amazing. Okay, bye now.